Don't listen to the morons. That's advice I got from Dan Peña 25 years ago, and it's good advice. And let me give you a few examples. Tiger Woods is the 2019 Masters golf champion. Before that victory, his last Masters championship was 2005. His span of 14 years between Masters championships is the longest ever. Returning from essentially a lost decade, he had tons of personal problems and 4 back surgeries. He's 43 years old, competing against athletes mostly half his age, but he won. And a colleague of mine sent me a video, Sean sent me a video, shortly after Tiger's win. And it was a really interesting video. And basically, it outlined what people had said about him during the times he was having troubles. And I'm just going to read a few of these. Tiger's competitive days are over. I am giving up on him ever winning again. He can't beat the young guys. I don't like his mentality. His short game is gone. His health is gone. His next press release should be, I'm retiring. Age is against him. Today's golf isn't the same as when Tiger was playing and winning. He is not a guy that handles adversity well. Do an internet search of the greatest comebacks from injuries in sports. You'll see shoulders, elbows, knees, hips, even illnesses. The one thing you won't see is a comeback from a bad back. It just doesn't happen. Here's what is going to happen. He is never going to win another tournament. And guess what? 2019 Masters Championship. Good thing he didn't listen to those. You know, Teddy Roosevelt, our 26th president from 1901 to 1909, gave a speech in Paris in 1910. And it's a speech that's been repeated over and over again, a great lesson, and it really points up exactly those previous points. And what he said was, it is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. But who does actually strive to do the deeds? Who knows great enthusiasm, the great devotions? Who spends himself in a worthy cause? Who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement? And who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly? So that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. Boy, is that ever true. You know, it's interesting. History and success is littered with people who end up not listening to those who tell them it can't be done. I saw a piece recently with Jeff Bezos that talked about how he started Amazon. And he said to his wife, I know most startups fail. The odds are we're going to fail, but what do you think? And she said, go for it. And the rest is history. He became the richest man in the world. For my own example, let me go back to in the property tax days. And when we were ending up going for Fortune 500 companies, we called on IBM. Part of the challenging of property taxes eventually required lawsuits to be filed. And people said to me and my partner at the time, you guys are never going to get IBM. They've got scores of lawyers. Why would they ever hire you guys to do it? Thankfully, we didn't listen to them. We earned millions of dollars through IBM by helping them. They earned far more than that in the savings we generated. So I'm glad we didn't listen to that. And some great advice I was given was, pick your friends carefully. You'll become basically the composite of the 5 people. One announcer who was commenting on Tiger Woods' victory said, champions can will their way back to the top. Boy, is that true. And as the plaque says in the University of Notre Dame locker room, play like a champion today. And I would encourage you to think of those things and do exactly that. Don't listen to the people who haven't done what you want to do. Make sure that you have a plan that works. Make sure you work it hard. But if it's a solid plan, play like a champion today. Okay, So if you have any questions or comments or ideas for future episodes, please email bruce@brucewhipple.com. And if you're not already on our mailing list, head over to brucewhipple.com and sign up and grab any of the free reports. That'll put you on the mailing list. There is a lot of free information you can use to acquire already profitable businesses. This is Bruce Whipple. Thanks for listening to the Business Acquisition Podcast. And remember, you miss 100% of the opportunities you fail to take. And procrastination truly is the thief of time. So do something today, please. Your future self will be proud of you.